Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are delighted to welcome you to the Sakura Homecoming webinar on November 27, 2020. My name is Chutharat Chai-gnam, a chemistry teacher at Princess Thitaphon Science High School, Pathum Thani. I also experienced in Sakura Science program last year, so it's my honor to be the moderator today. Let me explain our agenda briefly. After opening remarks by Mr. Kobayashi from JST and Mr. Albert, the main coordinator of Sakura Science Club in Thailand, we will have the keynote speech from an innovative young scientist, Mr. Muraki, and followed by experience sharing by three SSC Thai members, Mr. Phurinat, Mr. Siwat, and Ms. Thitaphon. And the last section is recommended for one who is interested in studying in Japan, which will be presented by Ms. Nam Phung from JASSO. In this event, all questions can be asked freely in chat box, and we also have Q&A session for answering some selected questions. And after ending this seminar, the questionnaire will be launched, and please kindly answer this question. The certificate will be sent to you via email. On this occasion, may I invite Mr. Kobayashi Yoshihide from Japan Science and Technology Agency to deliver the opening remarks. Mr. Kobayashi, please.
Chutharat-san, thank you very much for your kind introduction. Thai Sakura Science Club members and all participants, Sawadee Krap. Bonjour, Yoshihide Kobayashi, T Tamgan T Prates Thai, Majak, Japan Science and Technology Agency Club. Indi T Dai Rucha Club. Pom Rusuk, T Chai Mark, T Kaurwam Ganglian Moon, Wani Club. Thank you very much for joining Sakura Science Club Thailand Alumni online event today. I'm Yoshihide Kobayashi, working in JST office in Thailand. Today, I am joining from my Thailand office. I am very much honored to have an opening remark at such a wonderful meeting today. Sakura Science Plan started in 2014 with 13 Asian countries, including Thailand. The number of countries and regions has now grown up to 41, including 6 Latin American countries. By the end of March 2020, over 33,000 young and talented students, engineers, researchers, teachers, and scholars, including Sakura Science Club Thailand members joining here today, visited Japan by Sakura Science Plan. From Thailand, by the end of March 2020, more than 3,360 people visited Japan, became familiar with Japan, and became friends with Japanese people. Due to the pandemic of COVID-19, Thai Sakura Science Club reunion today is held via online instead of on-site meeting. In Thailand, the situation is becoming much better. However, in Japan, we still have more than 1,500 new infected cases per day, and laboratories in universities are also struggling with restricted research environment. I guess today we have participants from Thai Sakura Science Club members, as well as the participants who are interested in research activities in Japan. Some of you may be worried about the future situation due to COVID-19 while drawing an international research career path in Japan. At such a difficult situation we are in, we hope you to exchange information with each other and help each other. We could say that participants today are your friends who can share your thoughts in terms of aiming for research exchanges with Japan. Sakura Science Club is exactly the group of youth who have those thoughts together. Not limited to the meeting today, I expect Thai Sakura Science Club members to play a leading role among Thai youth aiming research exchanges with Japan. While valuing this network with Thai Sakura Science Club friends, I hope Thai Sakura Science Club will contribute for expanding youth exchanges between Thailand and Japan further, as well as you, each of member of Thai Sakura Science Club, will pave your way you're aiming for successfully by yourself. Today, we have invited Mr. Kazumi Muraki, Representative Director of Carbon Recovering Research Agency. He is one of the most talented young researchers in Japan. And 3 Thai Sakura Science Club members will introduce their Sakura Science Plan experience in Japan. The online style allows a number of audience to a lot of numbers of audiences to participate and interact regardless of location. I truly hope and believe that today's event will be fruitful and meaningful for all participants. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kobayashi, for your kind opening remarks. And I would also like to invite Mr. Albert Potjes, the main coordinator of Sakura Science Club in Thailand, to deliver the opening remarks. Mr. Albert, please.
โอฮิซาชิบุริดีใจที่ได้กลับมาเจอกันอีกครั้งนะครับ Thanks everyone for joining our this webinar. My name is Albert Potjes. The reason I'm here is because I'm one of thousands of Thai grantees who have joined Sakura Exchange Program in 2015 in Kyushu University. Thanks for communications technology, we can have this webinar and reconnect again. And hopefully the outbreak will be over soon and we can continue our program like before. I hope everyone will enjoy this webinar. And for my Thai Sakura friends, you can join our Facebook group, Sakura Science Club in Thailand, so you don't miss out our news and activities. In this special occasion, let's have a group photo together. Everyone, please open your video and I will count down from 10 to 1 in Thai language. In 10 seconds, please open your video and stay still. Okay, begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 写真を撮りましょう。
One more time, please.
Okay, so we will count down again from 3 to 1. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Albert, for your kind speech and for let us take a great photo together. And next is a keynote speech that will be delivered by Mr. Kazumi Muraki, the Carbon Recovery Research Agency Representative Director and current student of University of Tokyo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Muraki.
Hello, everyone. Sawadee-krap. From Kazumi Muraki too. So I'm Kazumi Muraki from Sierra Tokyo-based research center in Odaiba, Tokyo. So today I'm gonna introduce my research to how to halt global warming and to realize Martian colonization. So here's a slide of my theme. So here, okay, I will share my slide. So, yeah, there is. Right, can you see my slide? Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so thank you for introduction and thank you for inviting me here. So today I'm gonna talk to you about how to save the Earth and to explore the Mars. So first, let me do my self-introduction. And my name is Kazumi Muraki, and I'm 20 years old and a student of University of Tokyo, second grade, and belong to Faculty of Engineering. And then I'm a representative director of Carbon Recovering Research Agency called SIWAT. And I've been researching for more than 11 years since when I was fourth grade of elementary school. And I grew up near Mount Fuji. So do you know Mount Fuji? Yeah, Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in Japan, and I was born in there. And my hobby is watching movie, playing badminton, and doing chemical experiments. So what's SIWA? SIWA, pronounce it SIWA. So I'm very happy if you remember my research institute's name. And SIWA is located in Odaiba in Tokyo here. And we have the power of innovation. So SIWA consists of young researchers and innovators from 20 years old to 26 years old. And we have worldwide collaboration. So, for example, we are doing research with a huge car company, starts from T. I can't say the exact name of the company right now, but yeah, with car company and also with chemical company and so on. And our mission is to save the Earth and explore the Mars. So our research theme is from Earth to Mars. So, and we are pursuing to realize truly independent laboratory. So here is the laboratory. And then we have some divisions to do experiments. So for example, SI6 is my secretary office, and also MAC2 stands for Division of Measures Against Climate Change. So we are doing research to stop climate change, like removing carbon dioxide from the air in MAC2. And also we have research ship. So we have the division of marine utilization for halting climate change. So we have ship. And also S2 stands for sky and space. So now currently we are trying to make an airline and also a rocket company with our technology. So this is all about SIWA. Okay, so let's move on to, I would like to introduce the machine that I invented called HIASI, carbon dioxide air recovering system. So here is the machine. So today I have the real one, so I will show you. So I will temporarily cut the link and then here's the machine I've invented here. Can you see this? So this is HIASI. HIASI derives from the Japanese word hiyasu, means cool down. So HIASI, cool down the earth. And then I will introduce the mechanism of this machine. So HIASI is an innovative machine that can remove carbon dioxide from the air directly to avoid global warming. And then here's the button, and by only pushing the button, you can remove carbon dioxide from the air. That's it. The mechanism, how it works. So mechanism of this machine is suck the air from here and do chemical reaction inside this machine. And then release carbon-free air into atmosphere. And also, Hiyase has an artificial intelligence, so you can chat with you. So you can enjoy having conversation with Hiyase at home or at office at any time. So this is Hiyase. And also, all right, so let's move back to my slide here. So Hiyase is carbon dioxide air recovery system version alpha, and then Hiyase has a solar panel, so you don't need to connect to the outlet. So all electricity that he needs is generated inside this machine. And Hiyase, the performance of Hiyase, right now, actually, Hiyase can remove carbon dioxide as much as 15 cedar trees can. So Hiyase equals to 15 cedar trees. So Hiyase is an forest. Well, actually, I made so many efforts, so I improved the Hiyase's performance by 700 times or so. That was so hard. Yeah, my 3 years effort. And then, all right, let's move on to my history and future. So 11 years ago, when I was first grade elementary school, my grandfather gave me a book called George's Secret Key to the Universe, written by Stephen Hawking, Dr. Stephen Hawking in England. You know, yeah, the world's most brightest scientist ever in 20th century and 21st century. He was an astrophysicist. And then the story of this book was like, the main character of this book was the same age as me, so maybe 10 years old or so. And then he happened to find a computer like Doraemon or like smart robots. So with a computer called Cosmos, he can travel all over the universe with the door that you can see on the right, like this. And then I saw some scenes in this book, maybe the second one. He was on the Mars. So this is the Mars. And then I was so impressed of the, how can I say, of the scene, of the view of the Mars. Like there was a huge red desert, and also the sunset was blue. Actually, the sunset of Mars is blue, according to the image of NASA or JASSO. But I was so impressed, and yeah, that was so astonishing. And then I thought that, yeah, someday I really want to go to Mars as an astronaut, and I want to be a one who landed on Mars first. So I started my research like this. So this is maybe 10 years old or 11 years old me. And yeah, you must think, oh, that the face is not different between you right now and also he, maybe you think, yeah, often said. But I started the research with some easy materials, and also with like plants on the garden. Yeah, I picked up a plant and then put it put the plant inside the plastic bottle and then filled out with carbon dioxide. And then I tested like how many days does this plant will be survived. And then I happened to find a book called Geoengineering when I entered in the junior high school. And then, do you know geoengineering? This is a branch of science that holds global warming by only with the science power. So, for example, removing carbon dioxide from the air directly, or reflect sunlight with artificial clouds, and so on. So this is a typical way to remove carbon dioxide from the air. This is well, I think this is in America and also Canada and Switzerland and Iceland and so on, and maybe in China right now. So you can remove and stop climate change by this machine. But this is so huge. So I thought that I have to create a more smaller one to spread this technology all over the world. So I made, when I was in high school, maybe second grade, so I was 17 years old, I made this. I made hiyase. And I made 21 hiyases in maybe 3 years ago or so. And then now hiyase is spread all over Japan. So maybe you can see this machine in Fukuoka, Nagasaki, Osaka, Nagoya, and also Tokyo. And I also invented torusi. Actually, torusi derives from the Japanese word toru. It means take. So torusi can take carbon dioxide from the hiyase. So carbon dioxide that is absorbed by hiyase will be taken by torusi. And also, I discovered a way to convert carbon dioxide that I removed into some other useful materials, such like methane. Actually, this is the world's first chemical reaction ever that can convert carbon dioxide into methane directly. I discovered this way with Hiroshima University 2017. So now you can generate energy from the air. I can make energy from carbon dioxide. So now I'm trying to make gasoline from the carbon dioxide. So this is called Solarine project. Yeah, solar means sky and also gasoline. So you can make gasoline from sky. So this is Solarine project. And actually right now, maybe in a month or so, Siwat's new factory will be open in Chiba Prefecture. It will generate gasoline and gasoline and also ethanol from carbon dioxide that is removed by hiyase in all over Japan. And also, here's the Siwat research ship Golden Ocean 5. Yeah. Actually, I got this ship. I bought this ship on Muraki. Actually, it was free. Actually, so now I took a license of the ship, and then now I'm trying to move this. I'm trying to move this ship with my own fuel. So maybe next summer or so, you can see this ship works in Niigata Prefecture. And also, my final dream is to go to Mars. So now I'm trying to go to space. So I got a Soviet Union's Air Force VKK-6 flight suit. So I got a space suit from Soviet Union to Soviet Union via Canada. And also we are creating Moku Moku 1 with stratospheric probe. And I will ride this probe and I will go to space up to 10,000 feet or so next summer or next winter. So with my research, you can remove carbon dioxide to hold global warming, and then you can generate energy from carbon dioxide. That is, you can live on Mars. Mars is so far away, so we can go, but we can't go back right now because of the fuel. But you can generate fuel, rocket fuel on the red planet because the Mars is covered with 95% of carbon dioxide. So you can make gas station on the red planet. So my vision and dream is only three things. So first, I want to save the entire human race by halting global warming, and also generate electricity and generate energy from the air by using carbon dioxide. And also, I want to be a first Martian I want to be one who landed on Mars first by 2045. So this is all about my research. So I want to say all of you that we can create the world and also we can change the world, except the age or gender or race. So that is a message that I want to talk you. So if you come to Japan, please visit my Siwat laboratory and factory, and then let's have conversation with each other. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Kuraki, for your motivational presentation. And I, as a chemistry teacher, I also impressed. Are impressed by your presentation so much, and may I put some of your research into my organic chemistry class next month. And I also like your all research, and I also like Fuji-san Doraemon, and your mission is very impressed me, from the Earth to the Mars. And as you mentioned, you start your work since you are so young. So I have some questions from Q&A chat box that they believe that you might feel sometimes you feel like you are blocked by some problem. And so how can you prove it, or how can you overcome this feeling?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you well. So could you please say the question again? Sorry.
Okay. As you start your work when you are so young, so you might have some feeling like you are blocked by some problem or some barrier. And the question is, how can you overcome this feeling? Maybe when you was young.
I see. Yeah. So yeah, I've been researching for more than 11 years or so. So yeah, I started my research when I was in elementary school, and there were so many barriers pursuing my research. Like, yeah, that was especially in junior high school and high school. So maybe from 13 years old to 18 years old. So during my age of teenager, when I was teenager, there were so many barriers. For example, my teacher, some teacher was the one that I could consult my research, and he is in charge of me. And then I discovered some new reaction, or I invented some new way. If I do so, he said no, always no, and he said you can't be succeeded. You can't examine this reaction, or you can't do it. He always said so. And then the key to open the shelf that includes some chemical substances was held by him. So he never opened the shelf, so I couldn't do my research. So that was so horrible. But actually, I had a solution. After school, I did my chemical reaction alone. Yeah, with no one there, and then I succeeded the reaction. So I thought, oh, if someone say no, maybe I can be succeeded. So from that day, I'm doing my research with the word, if someone say no, I should go. Yeah, so this is the motivation, and this is a solution to continue my research for more than 11 years, I think.
Okay, thank you very much for your strong motivation, and I will encourage my students to do like you, and I hope someday, they will be like you. Maybe we have short time for for the last question. Could you forecast some new trend in science? Forecast. Yes, some new trend for science, maybe related to your mission, the Earth and the Mars.
Okay, so my what should I talk to you now?
Maybe what are going to be the next step of research? Maybe your research or your institute research.
I see. So, well, from right now, I really want to try making a new vehicle to go to space, because I've been researching the way to halt global warming a lot, so many times, but I have no choice to go to Mars right now. So yeah, I want to start new research to invent a vehicle to go to Mars, and also continue my climate changes research at the same time. So this is what I want to do right now for the future, I think.
Okay. Thank you very much, and I hope you can do in near future. Okay, cool down the Earth and go to the Mars. Thank you very much for joining us today. Okay.
Thank you so much, Kopunka.
ขอบคุณค่ะ And before we move to the next session, may I invite you all to watch our memorial video. The memorial video is from the former Sakura Science program. Please enjoy.
I am saying this from the bottom of my heart as the representative from Thailand. Thank you. 本当にありがとうございます。
Thank you very much for your kind attention. And now we are continuing our agenda to the next session, experience sharing from 3 SSC Thai members. The first presenter will be Mr. Phurinat Udomsopagit, the student of Mahidol University in Thailand. Mr. Phurinat, please share your video, please.
Good morning, everyone from Thailand. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Phurinat Udomsopagit, undergrad student in Department of Physics, Faculty of Science, Mahidol University. And today I will tell the story about my experience in Japan. So let's start. Did you all can see my presentation? Okay. So the outline will be about, I will talk briefly about my autography and then I will tell the story about experience in Japan and some future plan of my master degree. Now I'm studying in the third year of undergrad student in Department of Physics and now I'm 71 years old, and at the time that I went to Japan in Sakura Science High School program in 2017 I was in Matayom 6 at Tessin School in high school at that time. Before we went to Japan, the Office of Basic Education in Thailand had some camp to prepare Thai students to know each other before to go to the trip. And then after the camp, we went to the airport, and our flight were separated into 2 flights, and we were arrived in 2 airports, in 2 groups, Haneda and Narita airport. And after we arrived at Japan, the coordinator come to the airport and bring us to the accommodation. Here is our accommodation in Japan. We stay at Japan International Cooperation Agency at Tokyo International Center. That here is my group in this trip. The time that we arrived in Japan is in the Songkran period festival in Thailand. It is the same period that the sakura is blooming in Japan, and this week is the coordinator told us that this week is the last week, the last time that the sakura blooming of this year, and this is the landscape around the accommodation. And here is Thai student took a photo in front of the accommodation with the supervisor. Every morning we have to walk from the accommodation to the main road to take the bus to go to every destination in this trip. And on the first day, we went to Kisarasu High School, the school in Chiba Prefecture. We have some activity with Japanese students and have some lecture from the Nobel laureate in chemistry, Professor Dr. Ryoji Noyori. And then on the next day, we went to JAMSTEC, the Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, which do the research about the marine science. The left photo is the photo of the submarine that can go deep down the water about 6,500 meters. The name is Shinkai 6500 if I remember it. And after and then here is the exhibition in the museum in Jamsek. They let me walk around, and after we saw all of the exhibition, we went to the laboratory to see the experiment about the pressure on the cup of the instant noodle. And on the same day that we went to Jamstek, we went to Kamakura. The it was going down all the day, but we can still walk around the Daibutsu temple, and the weather is very cold, but I students still bought some soft cream before going up to the bus. And on the next day, we went to Shiba University. This photo is the laboratory that do the experiments about the wings of the birds or the animal that have wings to do like a mechanism of the wings of feather. After we see the laboratory, we will walk around the university to see the library, and the last the last building that we go is the like English center of the university that everyone when in this building have to speak in English to practice the speaking skill in English in this university. Then on the next day, we went to Mirai Museum, the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation. Here we met the Asimo, like the in the video before. We saw him kick the ball, play the football, and dance a little bit. And then corridor let me walk around the museum. And then we went to Edo Tokyo Museum. This museum tell us the story about historical in the period of Edo of Japan, some cultural and some city in this period, in the Edo period. And then on the last day that we stay in Japan, we went to the Tokyo Metropolitan University to see some laboratory that do the experiment about the battery and walk around to see the landscape of the university. And then we went to the library That the library in every university that we went were very silent, and that we can hear the breathing of each other in the library. And this is our supervisor have some gifts for the supervisor that took care of us in this university. And after we went to the TMU and come back to the accommodation, we have some the closing ceremony and took a photo with the president of Sakura and representative from Thailand, Bangladesh, and Indonesia embassy. And after the closing ceremony, we have at that time is the Songkran festival in Thailand. So in the farewell party, Thai students made some Songkran festival for to like play and the play a party like splash water or put some powder to each other in the last party. And here is all the photo from I have my photo and my friend photo in this trip. And then here is about my future plan in master degree. I'm interested in two topics in physics that about geophysics and biophysics. Geophysics is about the volcanoes or something like the plate tectonic of Japan, and the biophysics is about the nanomedicine and drug delivery, or the medical diagnosis is about the MRI, or the epidemiology like the research about COVID-19 that outbreak now or something like that. And here is all about my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Phurinat. Your presentation made me miss Japan again, and I believe that you will reach your mission in the near future. And let's move to the next presenter. The next presenter is Mr. Siwat Lawanwadeekul, the graduate student of Oita University in Japan. Mr. Siwat, please.
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ ผมศิวัตร ลาวันวดีกุลครับ วันนี้จะมาเล่าประสบการณ์เกี่ยวกับการใช้ชีวิตในฐานะนักศึกษาต่างชาติในญี่ปุ่นนะครับ According to Japan time now, I must say good afternoon everyone. My name is Siwat Lawanwadeekul. Currently, I am a PhD student at Oita University. Today, I want to share you about a short story that the story about current daily life and study in Japan as an international student. I will start from this picture. 5 years ago, I had an opportunity to visit Japan under Sakura Science Project. Japan surprised me with advanced technology, like Mr. Phurinat said at the last presentation. After I came back to Thailand, I keep in mind one day I am going to study in Japan, and now I am here. When I say I am a PhD student in Japan, what my friends think I do, and what my parents think I do, what my social think I do, and what my supervisor think I do. Maybe I'm sleepy. And what thing I do? Maybe a good cooperation. And who's know what actually do? Normally on the weekday, I wake up at 7 a.m. and prepare myself, then walk to Oita station and take the train to Oita University. After arrive at university, I start seminar or experiment until lunchtime. and then back to seminar or experiment again. I always finish my work at 7 p.m. and go to gym or find some izakaya before go back to the dormitory. Nowadays, the coronavirus situation, we use online class for study. Anyway, I must do the experiment and go to laboratory. So we change to do laboratory with a small group and wearing mask for protect ourselves. Before you boring about weekday that study hard, how about the weekend or holiday? I decided to use my weekend for travel. First, I start with a nearby Oita city and go to outside the city like Beppu or Yufuin. There are many beautiful places around Kyushu. And if you have many time or a long weekend or holiday, you must go far away, like go to Hokkaido, Okinawa, Miyazaki, or Nagasaki. There's very beautiful place. Moreover, during study in Japan, they will offer a lot of good experience like this picture. I become to volunteer to teach the foreigner language, and they teach me back how to cook Japanese food, miso soup, and some kind of Japanese food. That's really nice and oishi. We have a lot of good activity to do. So daily life in Japan as an international student, you just go outside because it's always exciting and keep your experience as much as you can. So if you have any question, you can ask or at my Facebook for the question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Siwat, for your meaningful presentation. And last but not least, Ms. Thitaphon, the graduate student, Ms. Thitaphon Piraban, the graduate student from Savannah College of Arts and Design in the United States, will be the last SSC member who has shared today. Ms. Thitaphon, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Thitaphon Piraban. You can call me Palm. Right now I'm here in Savannah, in Georgia, in the United States. And right now I'm studying in MA of Visual Effects. And I'm the graduate student. I will share my screen right now. Okay, today I'm gonna talk about the Sakura Exchange Program on 2015. It's like 5 years ago until now. This is my my short biography. I graduated from Chiang Rai, Thailand in computer science and Bachelor of Science in Animation in Chiang Mai University. And now I'm studying in visual effects in Savannah College of Art and Design, USA. So absolutely, I have the interested in computer generated imagery, or you can call in CGI, and animation and visual effects. That time in 5 years ago, our mission were explore the computer graphic and digitize 3D and motion capture, media art, and visit animation studio in Kyushu. And we attend the ADAA 2014 award. The first thing that we have to do is study. Our professor lecture us about the role of the art in industry and motion capture, how to mapping the human movement to the character. And yes, we workshop in motion capture, and this is me where the snap the marker of motion capture and calculate my movement. And this is the workshop in digitized 3D. We have the they scan our face and we can edit it like sculpt or make some bump on our face, and this is my face. And next we have the body scan to scan your posture and your like your volume of your body. And I'm really not sure what the next step of the body scan, but I think it's very interesting because it can show in 3D. And yeah, absolutely, I have my twin in that screen that time. And we visit the Fukuoka Tower and the museum and Mont Blanc Studio in Kyushu. And finally, that time we visit ADAA 2014 because in our group they got the prize from that event, and we like share up them. It's very good event to encourage people to make the artwork in the you can send in that event when wherever you stay, like USA or Thailand or Japan. And I found a lot of interesting art in that event. And that time we have a lot of activity. We make friends with people who have the same interesting. And then we talk a lot about the process when professors show us. And yes, we explore Japanese food. It's so good. I think it's very tasty. So now I'm very miss the kimchi nabe very much. I try to make it, but it's very hard. I will go back to Japan again. And that time, 2015 until now, 2020, I got the scholarship from Sakura Exchange, and now I got scholarship from SCAT, Savannah College of Art and Design, in Educator Fellowship, because I have the experience that teach in university before, and I got that scholarship. And this is my activity from before the COVID-19. In that time, I studied in the art university. So everything is art. We can show, we can express our idea and our exhibition in the hall everywhere and every time before COVID-19. Yes. And yes, some students show their work like painting, and some students make the real-time painting to show the audience in the exhibition. And this is what I'm learning right now. I'm learning about coding to make the pattern. You can see in the right side, I make the pattern of the boxing rope, and I'm coding to make the pattern. And the left side, I study about the light effect and the material in my major class. And you can see, welcome to Palms Island. Is this my Iceland? And this is my hobby. I also study in texture, shading, and lighting because I think it's very interesting to express my idea to the audience, to show what I'm thinking. Actually, I can't say too much, so I express by picture. And this is, I make just the texture, shading, lighting, and rendering only. The model is from the website you can find in free. Yes. I think from that time, from the Sakura exchange program until now, it makes me have the I can set my goal and achieve my goal to study abroad, because I have never thinking about study abroad, because that time 5 years ago my English is not good, and I try to study more, and I think Sakura exchange opened my mind, and it can make me have the yes, I can do it. Thank you very much for Sakura exchange program. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Thitaphon, for your creative and motivative presentation. And I got some questions from audience. And so we are going to have a short Q&A session for your three presenters. Now, let me welcome three presenters to be on the stage. Could you be on your screen, please? Done. Okay, so we start the first question. The first question is for Mr. Siwat, who are studying in Japan now. What surprised you most when you stay in Japan as an international student? Mr. Siwat, please.
Actually, many things in Japan is very surprise me. But in Oita City, we have a onsen and sand spa is very famous. In the Oita City, we have a 100 onsen around the city, and the sand spa is very good for skin. If you would come to Japan and come to Oita City, don't missing to go to onsen. Right.
Okay, thank you very much. I agree with you that onsen is so amazing. And I also have many surprising in Japan as well. And the next question is for both Ms. Thitaphon and Mr. Phurinat. What do you want to do if you have a chance to go to Japan again? Maybe start for lady first, besides kimchi nabe.
Yeah, of course, I will try kimchi nabe again. And I think after I went to Japan, because the Sakura, I travel with my family again, and I will show, yes, that is Sakura is so amazing, because that time we went in February. The Sakura is not show, and when I went again, it wow, so amazing. And is when the Sakura leaf fall down, is oh my god, it's like a movie scene. Yes. And I think it's very nice nature scenario.
Oh, I think so. And how about you, Mr. Phurinat?
For me, I think I want to see Sakura again after I saw its first time in Sakura program. And another thing that I want to take Shinkansen, the high-speed railway in Japan, because in the time that I went in high school program, that I didn't have a chance to take the Shinkansen. So I hope I will take the Shinkansen on the next time that I go to Japan.
Okay, thank you very much. I also like Fujisan and Sakura as well. But unfortunately, the time limit don't allow for answering our question. But they will be answered on our Facebook. Please follow our Facebook if you would like. And one of the theme of this event is recommend. So we have the last session about further study in Japan. The talk by Ms. Namphung Samate from Japan Student Service Organization, or JASSO, will give you more information about studying in Japan. Kun Namphung, please.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Okay, I will share my screen first. It's okay, right? Everyone can see the presentation right now, right? Okay, then let's start now. My name is Nampung, an educational advisor from JASSO Thailand office. Thank you for having me today, and I'm glad to be here so much. Okay, I'm going to give you an information about studying Japan. Now let's get started. First of all, I would like to introduce what JASSO is. Some of you might have heard about JASSO, but some of you might not. So may I briefly explain what we are. JASSO stands for Japan Student Services Organization, which was established under MEX, the government of Japan. I would say the information from us is trustworthy, yet we provide for free, and our headquarters is in Tokyo, and the overseas office are in South Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. So what we actually do, as you can see, 2S in JASSO stand for Student Services, which is the objective of our organization. Specifically, what JASSO Overseas Office do, or we are providing information about studying Japan for free for whoever want to study in Japan. And the number 2, we are organizing a JASSO Studying Japan Fair in Chiang Mai and Bangkok once a year. But unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we could not arrange the fair for this year though. We do a virtual fair, which starts tomorrow. You can find more details on our Facebook fan page. And furthermore, we are arranging an EJU taste twice a year. Then I will give you an overview of the educational system in Japan. The system is similar to Thailand. When the students finish high school, they can choose where to get a higher level, which are a college technology, to earn a foundation degrees, which most of departments relate to engineering. Or else they will go to the university to get bachelor degree and go higher to get master and so on. But if they want to do a job right away and don't want to spend at least 4 years to studying anymore, they might choose to go to a vocational school instead, because they can get a diploma and be able to find a job after studying only a few years. Right? I think most of you have been to Japan as an exchange student or researcher and gained a lot of experience which could not be found elsewhere. If you want to study in Japan, I mean not only short period but long-term study, I would like to introduce 2 programs that are going to graduate school or joining research fellowship programs. Okay, I'm going to explain about going to graduate school first. As you can see, this is an example of steps for applying to graduate school in Japan. First, check yourself that your eligibility satisfies the criteria, and then create a research plan. Most graduate schools require the submission of a research plan. It is important to clarify and understand what has been accomplished and what work remains in your area of research by carefully reviewing the relevant thesis and articles. And next, find school and look for an academic advisor. Basically, you have to look for an academic advisor by yourself. Some schools require the applicants to look for an academic advisor and obtain their informal consent prior to the submission of the application. And then check the application materials that are required. And also don't forget to check the application period to apply. If everything is all right, if you can pass the examination, you will be enrolled as a research student or a regular student. It depends on school. If you can enter the program directly, the master program is going to take 2 years to complete. But if you have to study as a research student first, you might take more than 2 years to complete your master degrees. And a doctoral degree in Japan is around 3 years. Okay, next, about the entrance exam. Mostly consists of this following pass-through. You should visit the school website for the details. There are document scanning, taking and written exam, and do the interview. Some schools require you to submit an essay. And now we are moving to the information about academic fee. This total amount is calculated for master programs, including the admission fee plus 2-year tuition fee. The tuition fee in national school is around 1,360,000 yen. Meanwhile, public school is around 1,450,000 yen. And about private school depends on the faculty, though it costs around 1,500,000 yen to 2,620,000 yen. And what about the doctoral programs? The calculation for doctoral programs includes the admission fee plus 3 years tuition fee. For national school is around 1,890,000 yen. Public school costs around 1,980,000 yen. And private school is going to cost around 1,750,000 yen to 3,500,000 yen. This is also depends on the faculty. Okay, and another choice, if you don't want to go to graduate school, this is joining a follow-up research fellowship program. This program is for international students who return to their country after having studied in graduate school in Japan and currently active in education, academic research, or public administration. You can use your smartphone to read this QR code and find out more about how to apply on this program. Now we are moving to the last topic though, which is the scholarship information. Actually, there are a lot of scholarships for international students. There are 2 types of scholarship, which are the scholarship that knows the result before going to Japan, make scholarship, Thai government scholarship, and so on. And another one is the scholarship that know the result after enrolling to the school, such as the university scholarship for international students. If you are looking for the full scholarship, I would like to recommend you the MEC scholarship recommended by the Embassy of Japan in Thailand, which conduct the applicant screening once a year. And one more choice is the scholarship for privately financed international students from JASSO, which can apply to the university in Japan after enrolling. Okay, the details about MEC scholarship have various types. As you can see right now, this is the eligibility for MEC scholarship research student application. The scholarship provides 143,000 yen per month. With this amount, you can study in Japan properly. The scholarship is for Thai nationality only though, and under 35 years old. If you want to find more details, please Google by using ข้อมูลทุนรัฐบาลญี่ปุ่น And next is the scholarship from JASSO. The amount is less than MEC scholarship though. With this amount can help your study in Japan life get easier, I thought. The application is managed by the university in Japan, which you can apply directly when you are going to enroll. Okay, and this brings me to the end. Thank you for your attention. If you want to know more about studying Japan, you can contact us via this following tool, and you can find more information about studying Japan via our website. Thank you for all of you, and it was my pleasure for joining here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Namkhoon. You give us very important information. And now I think we have both motivation and information for studying in Japan. And I think many of you interested to study in Japan, and please follow our Facebook. Because of webinar's time is so short, we will continue to answer your question on our Facebook. So finally, may I express my appreciation to all Thai cooperation and a great arrangement of JST, Sakura Science Club in Thailand, JASSO, all speakers and staff, and all your participants. And may I inform you again about the questionnaire that will be launched after this webinar ends. Please kindly fill this form. Consequently, JST will deliver a certificate of participation to you. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you again. Thank you very much.